Good afternoon, D&D, TikTok, and beyond, and welcome to Roll for Sandwich, the series where I let fate decide my lunch. Let's go. Today I'm going to be using these Christmas reindeer dice that I've used on the show before. Given my recent history with reindeer, this might be a bad idea. Let's get it started with our roll for bread. Reindeer, that's a 6. Cinnamon swirl. This cinnamon swirl bread may look like cinnamon raisin bread, but there are no raisins here at all. Those are just large pockets of concentrated cinnamon. This bread is much better warm, so we're going to use our toast bread cantrip to do just that and make our house smell like Christmas. That looks good to me. Next up, let's roll for Maine. Reindeer again. That's a 12 for this die. Butter the bread and re-roll. Butter generally doesn't hurt a sandwich, unless that sandwich is made of a pickle or something. But it's especially good on something like this with this warm cinnamon bread, so I'm happy for this roll. All right, let's re-roll for our main. 7, turkey. All right, not a bad thing to roll. Turkey is a relatively neutral meat, so it should play nice with the sweeter cinnamon bread that we've got so far. Do I dare hold out hope for a good sandwich today? Next up, let's roll for cheese. 4, Havarti. Havarti is such a fun word to say. Havarti. Havarti. It's pirate cheese. All right, let's roll roughage. 1, starfruit, and 11, none. Starfruit, also known as carambola, is a tree fruit from Southeast Asia. Its star nickname comes from the fact that when you cut it, its cross-section looks like a star. The skin is edible, and technically so are the seeds, but I'm taking the seeds out. Their taste reminds me of citrus fruit or maybe grapes. All things considered, this was probably a good sandwich for us to roll some kind of fruit on. So far, I'm not disappointed. Let's get wild with our wild magic roll. 17, chips. The only chips I currently have are these nacho cheese Doritos, but I think that'll work just fine. I love putting chips on a sandwich and the crunch that adds, and I think this will be pretty tasty. And since the end of the season is quickly approaching, I am going to use a spell to make it even tastier. I'm going to summon some bacon. Turkey and bacon is an absolute classic combination, and I think it should work well with the rest here too. And last but not least, it's the D20 sauce roll. Here we go. 17 again. Salsa macha. Back with our salsa macha or Mexican chili crisp. This one's made with some spicy avocado oil and a whole mess of seeds, including pepitas and sesame seeds. Though typically this wouldn't be the only sauce I'd put on a sandwich, it super elevates a sandwich. This and some mayo or something. Ooh. So good. Even without a second sauce, I think we'll be okay here. We've also got the butter to help things not be so dry. I'm thinking we might have something here. Let's go ahead and get our sandwich closed up here. Get our toothpicks in to hold it together, and let's get it cut in half. And let's take a look at that cross section. Looks pretty good. Well, after the last 2 monstrosities, I am happy for this one. Let's hope it tastes as good as it looks. Here we go. That's pretty good. It's like a turkey club kind of meets a Hawaiian pizza almost. I think a little mayo would make it even better, but between the butter and the salsa matcha and the juice from the starfruit, it's got a decent amount of moisture with some sneaky spice in there too. The bacon goes well with pretty much everything on the sandwich, but especially like it with that starfruit. Well, after the way that this week started, I am so glad to be ending it the way that I am. Gonna give this sandwich an 8.7, and I'm gonna call it the Christmas star. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I hope you have a great day, a great weekend, and I'll see you again on Monday. TikTok is likely being banned in the US in January. I live in the US. Please follow me on other platforms so you don't lose my content.